a fourth exhibition game is a thing of the past. It's the Packers and the Chiefs under the lights on Thursday night.
It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you, and now we sit, CD, at Week 3 of the preseason, and this is the one that the coaches probably think is pretty valuable, right?
Certainly. This is the dress rehearsal. This is the one where your starters are going to play. You might even game plan a little bit more than you do with a normal preseason game, and then you've got to decide, do you bring them back after halftime and get them going again in the third quarter so they're ready to go when the regular season begins? I'm eager to see how these coaches will handle that.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and Packers are underway.
Jerick McKinnon to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Time to get our first look at one of the star faces of the NFL, Patrick Mahomes and his Kansas City offense. Really the gold standard among NFL offenses since he became the starter in 2018.
We'll talk about Patrick Mahomes. What's a normal season for him is probably a career year for 99% of the other quarterbacks in the game today. 4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns, and a fourth straight trip to the AFC title game. He is making sure that all of us understand what he is doing is sometimes beyond spectacular, and his team follows accordingly. When he's under center, KC always has a shot.
That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
They'll run with the third-year man, Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down.
Right back to Edwards-Helaire on first down. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. Second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They go play fake. Mahomes.
He's going to find his tight end, Gray, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
On first down, Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Edwards-Helaire.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. They'll wind up losing 11 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal.
Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Butker's kick here is good, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead.
Well, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well, so your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
Green Bay's offense trots out, and just as it has been since week 1 of the 2008 season, Aaron Rodgers leads the way, now in his 18th year in the National Football League. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. Finding space at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So the new weapon just picked up via the trade, making an impact here right away.
And what you like about getting guys who catch passes, you don't have to spend a lot of time in the playbook. You just tell them to dial up a route and get the ball in their hands.
On play action, now Rodgers. That one caught downfield by Watson. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. This one swung out here to Jones. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back out and they get a backhand. What was the serve? What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I like
a
that
really good backhand.
With some nice top spin on the whole
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 40 now on 2nd down. Mahomes. And a little floater there is incomplete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes going to throw. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line. They fake the give. Now Mahomes looking for the end zone. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Chiefs have moved out in front. Extra point by Bunker is on target. And the lead is now 10-3. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. A reminder, opening weekend definitely in sight now. Thursday, September 8th, that's when it all gets going. The defending champs, LA Rams, hosting the team that many think could win the AFC, the Buffalo Bills. Charles and I will be there, and then we got some great matchups on that Sunday as well. Kansas City and Arizona, Raiders and the Chargers, and on Sunday night, Tom Brady, he's back, and his Bucs are heading to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold. Here's Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
He got 29 yards that time.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Jones will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2.
That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Jones again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
So it's 3rd and goal now. This is where the KC crowd can make it very tough.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Crosby is good, and that'll bring him back within 4.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And they'll start at the 25 as McKinnon decides against returning it.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Packers pick it up.
Inside the 20.
And he will bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He'll find Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Oh, the out route, he finds Hardman.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers got his man complete over the middle. It's Brown. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, you block over here.
Throwing is Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Rodgers. Trying to get it to Cobb, and it's intercepted.
Trent McDuffie with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Mahomes over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On first down, Mahomes. He'll find Smith-Schuster again.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we've come to halftime here with a visiting Pack.
Looks like somebody's ready to begin the regular season, skipping over halftime here in the final game of the preseason. Third quarter, here we go.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Our starters likely to be out there for the third quarter as we get back underway in this second half.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Packers ready to go to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Looking for Christian Watson that time,
but it'll be second down.
But, Charles, here's the Packers 2022 draft class, and they certainly gave a boost to both sides of the ball. It started with taking a pair of teammates from that vaunted Georgia defense in the first round and then bringing in a pair of receivers to offset the loss of Devontae Adams.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now they'll bring up third down. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the Pack up on third and long. To throw, it's Rodgers. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A real letdown defensively. That was third and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On first down, Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. To throw is Rodgers.
Open man left side, it's the tight end, Tunyon. He's got room at the 30.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And they get the guard, Jon Runyan.
Still second down.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. On play action, Rodgers. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. Here's Rodgers to throw. Flushed out right. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers.
And he'll let this go deep for Lazard.
And it's a Packers touchdown. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead is right at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you've taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Crosby with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
They make their second half debut here, and things are looking a little bit tougher now. You give up the points there, Charles, that touchdown drive on the other side. So now it's a 2-score game here. Got to be careful.
They certainly do, and I'm just wondering at halftime if those guys just looked into each other's eyes and realized what they've got to get done and come out a little bit more charged up, because if they don't get some kind of points here, that next drive, that could make this a 3-possession game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10. It's Edwards-Helaire with it.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
Mahomes going to throw. His throw incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator-wise, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays. You kind of let their athletic ability take over in order for you to notice them.
On is the punter, Townsend, as he gets this one away.
Now Cobb to return. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down.
Right side to Watson.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. The throw complete to the tight end, Tonyan. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Rodgers to throw once more. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
And Kansas City's offense now set ready to go. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. From the 16, Mahomes. That is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 25 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, he just did the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Robert Tonyan there to make the grab. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes McKinnon. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand
They've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4.
Henney's throw complete there to Moore.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Henney.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there, and I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again, so I think he may want to keep it.
And the ball is loose. Dillon lost it.
And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He'll drop to throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. Back to throw again.
Able to find Gray here.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Henney throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Well, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
They get it to Moore on the jet sweep.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Here's a give to Jones running left. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Ronald Jones, an 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Chiefs have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Dillon now off the option. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 38. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
On 2nd down, Dillon. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
51 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing.
They run once more with Dillon.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Now Dillon on the inside give.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
The trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.